And when you are doing it, the most important and valuable thing I want you to take away is the knowledge. Beyond the business opportunity, beyond the possibility that you might become part of it. No, what I want in this space is for you to definitely understand how you can participate, the opportunity you have at this moment, and of course, the profits you can potentially generate. My name is Juan Manuel Jimenez, and for the last 15 years, I have developed myself in the digital world, in the world of entrepreneurship, in network marketing. And over the last 10 years, I have tried many businesses, many things. I have tried trading. I have tried buying cryptocurrencies. I have done mining. I have done network marketing. I have sold products door to door. Any business you might have wanted to do, I have done it looking for opportunities. Now, why do I bet on and work so intensely on this opportunity? Because I have realized something. What I'm going to tell you next is very important. Most people take actions based on their beliefs or based on their emotions. But what have I realized in NV Global? First, I want you to know that the founder, Mr. Alejandro Pecains, has been someone who has given me a lot of confidence. He is truly an adult, a business person, someone who has achieved results in the traditional world. And that allows me to understand that he doesn't rely on the digital world or network marketing to make money. That's very important, right? Most people look for network marketing or the digital world or cryptocurrencies to become millionaires. But something I understood and realized today, of course, we were talking with someone in Malaysia and I was saying directly, I said, look, thanks to God and thanks to my business. I mean, truly from a very young age, I started to build my path and my wealth. Today, I can tell you that I don't depend on NV Global to generate dividends, to pay a payroll, to pay for a product. I have many projects at the moment that are being developed alongside NV Global, and based on NV Global, we are going to build a community and an opportunity that helps many people. So understanding this, well, now it's just what I just told you, right? Now let's see how he has started to generate that belief and how he has begun to create that support so that anyone can do it. The first thing I did was conduct research. I said, okay, perfect. So where is the company registered? Because, okay, let's get to know the company. Let's see what records it has. Let's see where this community is directly and how it can start to develop, right? So the first thing I did was that, right? Research where NEVA is. The base company, the base name is NEVA IT Global. And then I went and started to investigate. And I found out that it is a company registered in Hong Kong. This same report, you can check and verify it directly on the websites on the internet. You can do the research that I am doing right now. I am writing directly on the internet and you can make the inquiry. So look at this. Here I am going to share the screen with you. Let me know if you can see it, please. Okay, here. There we are, right? Perfect. And we are verifying. We are already entering the page so you can see. You can check each of the products. Let's see. Siento, while I access the page, I am going directly here to the official page of neva.io. You are going to investigate and you will find it like this, okay? Neva.io. Here they are. Yes. Okay, perfect. Are you seeing the screen? Yes? Thank you. And here you can see all the products the company has. So mainly what it has focused on is building products that you use daily. Products that you use daily. So for example, what do you use daily? Do you use a card or do you use cash to pay? Obviously, it's an obvious question, but okay. What if I told you that if you recommend that product, you have the possibility to earn rewards? Earn rewards through the purchases of others, through the withdrawal of another. So that company is called NV Payment, a payment gateway where you can buy directly with the NEVA card and start making payments anywhere in the world. And besides that, if you referred that person to use that payment gateway or that payment system where they can buy trips, where they can buy groceries, where they can withdraw money, where they can pay utilities, you start earning money. How does that sound to you? Is it something traditional? Is it something normal that many people do? Of course, it is something that people do. Now, what else do people do? What else do people do? Do people shop online today? Do people shop online today? Do you shop online? Well, what if I told you that people spend millions of dollars worldwide? Today, almost no one goes to supermarkets, to stores. Today, shopping is done virtually. Well, then what if I told you that at NV Global, you have the possibility to buy whatever you need, whatever you crave, whatever you want, technology, clothing, whatever you want. And every time someone makes a purchase, you earn money from that. Now you can pay with the rewards that the system will generate for you. I will now explain how this will generate automatically for you. How about what I just told you? Now, some people who are a bit more involved in the world of crypto, the world of exchanges, today, we who already handle the world of trading, who buy cryptocurrencies, who exchange from USDT to Bitcoin, from Bitcoin to Ethereum, all of this, which is trading. Well, we currently use very well-known exchanges like Binance, like Bybit. But what if I told you that the company has its own exchange and that you can enter here? And you can start referring in 25% of what people earn. In rewards, that's for you. Imagine that a person who knows how to trade or who just buys cryptocurrencies for their daily use or because they want to save or for whatever reason, you start earning 25% of that. How does what I just told you sound? Now, a little more. Look at everything I'm telling you. I mean, does what I'm telling you make sense at this moment? Now look at this in my wallet. A digital wallet for those who already manage and do it daily. Now, what is the advantage or what is the difference that this has? That here everything will be centralized. Chats, video calls, payment systems will be centralized. Today, everything is paid from the cell phone. Everything, absolutely everything. Yes. I don't even take the card out of my wallet. I carry it just in case, but I pay with the cell phone. I am constantly with the cell phone. I am communicating. I am doing conferences. I am doing absolutely everything. And what if I told you that the company has its own room? Its own room to be able to hold conferences. I mean, everything the company has thought of at this moment has been to have products that are used daily. That you use daily. I personally use everything. I mean, I exchange cryptocurrencies to fiat money because there are still establishments that need the money in the form of dirhams, dollars, euros, pesos. There are people who still do so. Okay, I need an exchanger. I use the rooms daily. For example, the rooms are, but at this moment they are being finalized. You can already use them. You can register. This is in VITIN, and the possibility of creating virtual rooms at a low cost. Zoom allows you to connect for 40 minutes for free. I think 30, but after that you have to pay, right? Now, what if I told you that with MBTIN, as people use the rooms, and they use them more and more with increasing curiosity every time someone buys a plan, whether it's to hold conferences, to have meetings with more people, for whatever they use it for, to study, to work, for anything, you earn a small reward from that. That's what I'm talking to you about right now. The possibility of having products that are used daily so that you earn from each of those regular payments you make. To the point of having a platform like Netflix, having a platform like a well-known payment gateway like PayPal, or having a social media platform that is constantly used. But for all of this that I just mentioned, guess what is needed? What is needed? Let's see who tells me yesterday if I give them a $50 price in a plan. For this to be positioned, what is needed? Let's see if someone present can tell me, what do you think is needed? What do you think is needed? Let's see what they say in the chat. Okay, perfect. You just mentioned it, Rosa, of course. I mean, thank you so much, Rosa, for connecting to this by presentation. But this presentation is in Spanish, but don't worry. I have the AI system for you to connect and translate this into English. Thank you so much for your time. Okay, but Rosa, understand me. Okay, Rosa, thank you so much. Rosa understood me. What is needed for all this? I don't know if you're using another author or what you're using. Community is needed. People are needed constantly. Because it's no use having excellent products if they are not used, if they don't have usability, and if they don't have a reach. So what did the company say? How do we get the community or people to start using these products on a daily basis? So they said, okay, since we have a proven trading system and a mining system that works and generates profits, what we're going to do is create an incentive for the usability of these products. How about that idea? Super great, of course. I mean, how do I encourage people to use the products, to build community, to get excited, to get moving, and to, okay, perfect. We're going to create the ecosystem, but we're going to activate two of the most powerful products that currently generate, which are trading and mining. And with a client portfolio and a financial muscle of over 50 Bitcoins, which I have been able to see, I believe it's much more. But just to mention a number, multiply 50 by 100,000 and see how much you get. I was able to see operations generating profits between 10 to 30% monthly. So that gives me the peace of mind and confidence to say, okay, they have the ability to pay what they are offering in an automated fixed manner to be able to generate through the trading strategies they have developed. And they are shown publicly. Look, I'm going to show you a short video from one of the events in Russia. The company is of Russian origin, yes. And they show it openly. That is, they provide training, they train people by showing them and telling them, look, here are the operations and here this is possible and viable. Before that, I will show you the registration and when the registration was done in Hong Kong. Let's see if you can see the screen. Please confirm. Here. I think here it is. This was the registration in Hong Kong last year, let's see, I think, yes, last year, the year before last, I think it is. This was in Hong Kong, where they opened.
The first solemn presentation of our company, NEO, took place at an important event that brought together industry leaders. During the presentation, the core values of NEO, its mission of innovation and future vision, as well as the products and services we plan to offer to the market were highlighted. Hooray, my friends. What happiness.
If it sounds a little strange, it's because it's translated into Spanish. And it's being spoken in English, or it's being spoken in Russian. It's an international company. There is the product developer, whose name is Mr. Nikolai, with whom I have also had conferences. He had the opportunity, I had the opportunity to closely understand the entire white paper of each step. It's confidential information, but I told him, look, I want to do this big. I need to see that really. And he shared all the information with me. If you want to have more of that information, I can share with you the entire roadmap planned for the exchange, for the wallet, for the payment gateway, for everything they are developing. It's also on the YouTube channel. You can see it. Official inauguration of NEVA in Hong Kong. But what I wanted to show you is that the operations are being shown live. Let's see if it's this one. So that what I said is...
In Chelyabinsk, the first major event under such a secretive name. It's the Leaders Tour, meaning the leader of the company Naver, which aims to set a precedent in the crypto network market.
This company is indeed for absolutely everyone. For people who have absolutely no idea what cryptocurrency is and how this market is structured, and undoubtedly even for those who do know what it is.
It was mega awesome. The presentation of the main leaders of our company, Naiva, with a comprehensive analysis and understanding of the specifics of marketing, the prospects, and the victorious outcomes of our company's development.
There was a powerful energy, people got to know each other, it was like a mini networking event. It's great when in the modern world you can understand the crypto industry. At the time of this event, there was a lot of useful information about how they are produced. Passive income for us who are in this company.
What does the company do? Where does it generate profits from? What promotions are there? What benefits does the company offer? We had a communication bridge. With our trader, they showed our operation. Never, it's you there.
So here, I want to focus. All this information is public, and you can see where the generated profits come from. You can see there on the screen the 60% generated in the operation between Bitcoin and BDT. Now, the people who will be at the event in Antalya, Turkey, where the official office is located, will be able to see each of these transactions up close. Obviously, they have a reservation about the strategy, because that's where the business is, right? They generate much more, 20%, 30%, and deliver monthly profits of 7.8% to each of the investors. Let's get into the details so you can understand this information, okay? So, guys, having mentioned the products I just talked about, let's focus on this right now. It's about how you can participate, the business proposal, how much you participate with, how much you earn, all the rules of the game so you can understand it. Does that sound good to you? So let's take a look at this a little bit so you can understand it in more detail. So, the first way to participate is by joining the Ambassador Program. This Ambassador Program is intended to incentivize you for promoting everything I just mentioned. So it generates dividends from 8 to 12%. In a very easy, very simple way, you can start participating with just $50. Let me ask you a question. What business can you create right now with $50? Tell me what business. What business gives you the possibility to earn that invested money and double it in just one day? I can show you that, how it can be done. The $50 will generate automatically for you. How much? The 8%, how much is 8%? It's $4, okay. In no economy, nowhere in the world, does $4 mean much. Unless it's a country like Zimbabwe, a country like Venezuela. However, everything is dollarized at this moment. So it's not that you can't do much either. However, what can you do? $500, okay. What happens with $500? 5 times 8, 40? $40. Well, it's starting to get better. And $5,000, $5,000, 5 times 8, 40. Okay, $400. $400 is the minimum wage that works. People work for 9 hours a day, 5 or 6 days a week, and they get paid that $400 for a job. In my country, in Colombia, I am from Colombia. Okay. So you have to understand, okay, fine. But what does that person have to do? Exchange time for money. Juan, at this moment, I don't have the $5,000, but I could get myself $50. What do I have to do? What you have to do is what I am doing right now. Try to make people understand the opportunity so they can take advantage of it. For what? So they can start leveraging? There are 2 things you need to leverage to become a millionaire. And anyone can understand that. Out there, any kind of entrepreneur. You leverage money and you leverage time. But not your own time or your own money, because otherwise there's no way to multiply it. Either you leverage the money from banks, or you leverage the money from a community, or somehow you look for income sources within the system. The simplest way to make money, which is through sales, seeking commissions and referrals, to earn from those commissions. Simple. I mean, I'm not reinventing the wheel for you. I'm telling you the simplest thing to do. Duplicate an idea so that people understand it and can earn passively. Do you have right now $5,000? I don't have them, Juan. Do you have $50? I can participate with 50. Perfect. Do you know someone who can do the same exercise? Yours? Yes, I can know someone, of course. Okay, how many times do you want to do it? How much do you want to earn? No, I want to earn $400. Okay, to earn $400, I'm going to show you how you can earn them. If you invite a person to invest $100, you will earn 5%. 5% is $5. Well, it's not much. How many people can you invite like that? Well, I can invite 10 people. Why not? 10 people at $100 each or $50. You already have your first $50. You've recovered the invested money. And now that invested money automatically pays you 8%. That's not bad at all. Now, what happens if you keep doing the same exercise? If you do it now for 100 people, how much do you earn? 100 people who invested, how much? 100 people who invested $100, $10,000. And you earn 5%, you just earn $500. Completely sustainable. I mean, I'm not making this up. Now, how can you do it? Can you do it with 10 people at 1,000 each? Of course. You don't have to know 100. You can do it with 10 people at 1,000 each. But the most interesting part is when you start helping people to reach those goals, that's when it becomes residual and when money starts coming into your account every day. Listen to me very carefully on how you're going to do it. Because if you follow my advice, I'm going to tell you that you're going to build a community, you're going to help all the people. And something great is going to start happening, which is residual. That you wake up every blessed day and in your bank account or in your Neva account, you can see daily earnings. It's already happening to me. But I'm handling it and working on it like anyone else. Out there, they work in their traditional job where their income is linear. You know what I mean, right? You can already give your life to your owner. No, not your owner, to your boss. To your boss, or you can give your whole life to, I don't know, your traditional business, and you already know how your income is on linear. But if you follow my advice on what I just told you, here your income will be exponential. Listen to me very well on what you are going to do to start generating. So, $50. I'm not telling you to put your life into this. I mean $50. What we do need is for you to dedicate some time over the next 3-4 years focused on doing the task. And I can teach you to earn $1 million. I can teach you because I already know how. Generate it. Being extremely clear with the information. We are going to work. We are going to work with 18 leaders. All right. 18 people. Do you think you can find 18 people who are hungry, who are eager, who want to conquer the world, who want to travel it, who want to learn, who want to connect with other people? Do you think you have the possibility? Okay, perfect. Welcome. So from those 18 people, you are going to teach them how to do the business. $50. $50. What are they going to do? They are going to do the same exercise. And that's where this becomes residual. What happens? This is by levels. So as you increase the volume of your sales, let's say you've already sold $1,000, whether it's one person with 1,000 or 10 people with 100 or 20 people with 50, right? That's $1,000. Well, now you don't earn 5%, you earn 5.5%. Do you? Follow me? Now what happens? That you now reach the level of $2,500. Now it pays you 6%. And now you reach 5,000. Now it pays you 6.5%, right? And now you reach 10,000. Now you reach 10,000. 10,000. 10,000, very simple. We did it in 10 days. 10,000, 7%. Now they pay you 7% for each person who joins with you. But then you find a person who is hungry, who wants to take on the world, who wants to make things happen, who wants to stop limiting themselves mentally, who wants to make it happen in this life. And now, not in 5 years, not in 10 years, not in 20 years, now, immediately. You need the money to buy the house you want. You need the money to buy the car you want. You need the money to travel, to have your fridge full. I don't know what you need the money for, but I know you need it. Then you find that person and that person says, I'm going with God. And then that person arrives and now look at what happens. Let's say he starts with $1,000, right? Perfect. Or he starts with 50, so he starts with $50. But he finds a person who starts with $1,000. How much does that leader earn? How much does that person earn? He earns 5%. How much is 5%? $50. He earns $50. But it turns out you are already level 7. And at level 7, they pay you the differential. How much is the differential? If this person is paid 5%, the difference between 7 and 5, how much is it? 2%. So you receive $20. And you don't know the person who invested the $1,000. And you start building a community by helping other people. Now, this goes up to level 20. It goes up to level 20. What does that mean? That you can increase that bonus up to 20%. Imagine you reach 20%. And a person who is at 5% invites someone, let's say, why not say it? Why not declare it? Do you think there are people who are already doing it? They are already doing it? Today someone placed $100,000 in the system period. They already have the capitalization, they have the way, I don't know. And it turns out that person wasn't invited by you, but by one of your leaders. How much does that person earn? From $100,000, 5%. Well, $5,000, but you are at level 20. Do you know how much you get? $15,000. For that to happen to you, you need to start evolving. I'm not even telling you to do the work. You don't even have to evolve in knowledge. You need to evolve in your belief. Do you believe this is possible for you? Because I do believe it. I can come to believe in you more than you believe in yourself. And do you know why? Because that's what I do. I develop leaders. I create people who are willing to do that and more. To raise that, not the ego, but to raise that self-belief that this is for that person and that the world is out there waiting for you. And do you know what else the world is waiting for? It's waiting for you to do well. It's waiting for things to work out for you, for them to succeed. Because there is someone who is crying to see your success and who is crying for you to do well and for everything to go right. So that person can trust and start building that same testimony. That's what we're building here. How does what I just said sound to you? Does it make sense? Tell me. Write to me in the chat. Does it make sense, Juan? Does it make sense? Perfect. Okay. Now, did you like that plan? Well, there's much more. There's much more. and it's earning 10% in the first instance. Allow me, I'll show you something. Earn 10% of what your leaders earn, of what your team earns. I am focused on that. I am focused on people who are hungry for success. Look at how interesting what I'm going to talk to you about next is. This is a small summary so you can see how you can earn. Okay? So you start, right? You start with $50. You can add more, right? I'll show you my back office right now so you can see how you can earn. Okay? 5% perfect. You reached $1,000. Okay? I went up to 5.5. As I was telling you, $10,000, 7.5. When you reach level 3 of $3,000, sorry, of $5,000, the company gives you a bonus of $250. And that bonus of $250 is the possibility, listen to me very well, the possibility of having a plan that pays you residual on $250, as if you had invested $250. In other words, you helped people earn passively between 7.8% to 12% monthly. And those people allowed you to earn a bonus of $250. Or you yourself, I don't know how you're going to do it. Now, what happens if you reach 10,000? No, you receive a bonus of $500. In other words, you already have $750 that you didn't have in your pocket. You started with $50, you began to double, and now you have $750 generating 7.8%. And now you earn 7.5%. Now look at this. Let's go for level 6. This is the first level that we all have to conquer, okay? Level 6, $25,000. $25,000 that will generate 8% for you. Now you earn 8% for each person you invite. But now you earn 10%. How are you going to earn that? Let's say this is you. You are going to invite a leader, a person who's hungry, just as I'm explaining to you right now. And that person invites someone with $1,000. He invests $1,000. How much does he earn? He earns 5% because he is at 5%. He just started $50, right? But you who are at level 6 now earn 10%, so you automatically get $5. You did absolutely nothing. You duplicated the information, you are training, you are coaching, you are developing as a leader. You are building a team. And from that moment on, boom, you start receiving 555 constantly. Now, what if it's not just one person with 1,000? Or if there are several people? Or if that person no longer earns a commission of 50 but earns $1,000? Every time that person earns a commission, you get 10% because you are at 6%. You are at rank 6. In other words, you already earn 10% of your leader's profits. Tell me if that's not an excellent business. I think it's spectacular. I think it's crazy. Look, there's much more. But let me show you the last thing, if what I've told you so far has caught your attention and makes a lot of sense, too much sense, which is what I like the most. The most interesting thing I'm going to talk to you about next is this possibility. Look at this. Listen very carefully to what I'm going to tell you next. Look at this. Look at this, please. If this bonus doesn't match with you, doesn't make sense, I don't know what will make sense to you. Tell me if one of your dreams has always been to have your own car. Tell me if one of your dreams has been to buy that car you've always wanted and for some reason or another it hasn't happened. Yes, I know. Well, me too. I've had the chance to own several cars, but I've always wanted to buy a car. I've wanted to buy a Lamborghini Horse, hopefully in white or black. That's the car I've wanted. Right? And what happens? That car currently costs $125,000. But when they proposed this to me, I said, why not go for it? Why not have it? I deserve it. I work for it constantly. Why wouldn't I do it? So the company created a plan where you can have the car you've always wanted under the Neva Auto program. Let's listen a little.
The Neva Car program is time limited and accumulates the invested funds to generate maximum profit for both the client and the company itself. Neva Auto Fitting.
So, it has a program that allows you to have the car you've always wanted, but at 50%. Listen very carefully.
Are you missing half? We contribute 50% of the cost, and 6 months in the company's operations are enough for the deposit to double. Neva, out of 60 sinks.
So, let's give an example. The one that is active at the moment is Neva Auto 50. It's the one that's active. Let's use the example that you want a car worth $10,000. $10,000? A $10,000 car. And you say, I'm going to put $5,000 into the program. $5,000 in 6 months will allow you to generate Double, meaning you double your capital solely and exclusively so you can buy the car. Receive the $10,000. Once you finish receiving the $10,000, you buy the car, brand it with the logo. You would do it, obviously. Why not? If I just got the car I always wanted, but with practically a 50% discount, I only had to wait 6 months for that to happen. $10,000, they put the brand, put this on, and I'm not talking about a hypothetical because maybe you're saying, oh, but the project is cool. No, what project? This is already happening. This is already a reality. Go to the NV Global LATAM channel. The official company channel is called NV Global, okay? But we are creating a channel in 4 languages, in English, in German, in Spanish, and in Russian, so that people have it, because we already have teams in their locations, and it's necessary to have all this information organized in such a way that it can be understood. So you go here to the playlist and watch the Neva Auto program. It's in different languages, it's in all languages. Here is Neva Auto. And we look at testimonials from some people who have arrived. Farid wanted to buy the car of his dreams. He applied with the system. Right here.
I thank the company Neva for giving me the opportunity to acquire such a magnificent car. I am happy to be in this company and I want to wish it development and prosperity.
You think you can do that? It's complete. And besides, you earn bonuses for that. That's it. That's the business. Now, there are people who have asked me, Juan, what about the legal part? Because yes, it all sounds very nice, but come on, tell me about the legal part. Look, the information is public. You're going to go back to the YouTube channel and watch this short video where it shows you all kinds of relationships and all kinds of knowledge. This company is going to grow a lot, folks. Right now, it is positioned in Russia, it is positioned in Europe, it is positioned in Germany, but in Latin America and the Spanish-speaking world, nothing has happened at all. It's our opportunity. It's our chance to grow this big. You go to the part that says trainings or training sessions. Let me see if I can find it here so you can see it later. Here, in training sessions.
And I think that maybe at the next meeting, perhaps closer to May, we will make a spectacular announcement.
Because now there is information that the general fund supports. All the support and all the consultation she did with Turkey, the investment fund, Turkey.
When we register?
The World of Investment. EG holding that supports and has all the capability to grant you a license to trade in financial markets, provide services, operate in cryptocurrencies, consulting services, technology, everything. And besides, here we can see Nikolai establishing an excellent relationship directly with one of the most important funds called Almaty Investment Group, which invested in the exchange. I don't know if you're seeing my screen. There it is, yes. That invested in the exchange, in BNB. Let's listen a bit.
Our exchange, established in the Czech Republic, is regulated, and this is what it offers us. In this case, it offers us investments and returns through our exchange BITNEVEX. This alliance is extremely important for us since this investment group in Dubai has opened doors for us.
Doors into this world of the Arab Emirates, which is currently one of the main powers in crypto. You can watch the full video on the YouTube channel as well. So you have it perfectly, and right now they are also sharing it in the chat. So, conclusion. From this, conclusion, listen. Very well. What you need to do is first, you have to participate because knowing and not doing is like not knowing. Example is the only way to achieve results. You have to take the step. I mean, no one can take the step for you. You have to take it yourself, okay? That's the first thing you need to do. And start earning commissions. It's one thing for me to tell you, it's another thing for you to do it and experience it, right? And look, basically, this is what needs to be done. So for example, as I was telling you, we at this moment have 5 plans. I personally, at this moment, bought a plan of 124, 124, of 76 and 50, And we earned the $250 and $500 by reaching the level of $5,000 in sales volume and the $10,000. Look, at this moment, we already have a sales volume of $12,142 with 201 people. We have earned more than $350 in the first position because we already have several, meaning you can implement any strategy you want. Here we have another position that is already earning bonuses with a volume of 4,484 and 82 related people. This is what we do. This is what we know how to do. Create community, create volume, and start. This is going to work. The question is, when will it work for you? Will it work in a year? When you see me working and see me getting the results? Or now, being a testimony in a year? For many people who haven't even heard about this company, and you who are listening right now, you need to start stepping on the gas immediately so that the results start to show. How about that? Good or great? Now look, I want to show you a little more in detail what could happen to you. All the profits you receive daily. From the passive system that is generated, you can withdraw twice a month on the 15th and the 30th. In other words, the balance, what it says here, balance, you will be able to withdraw this on the 15th and the 30th of each month. Okay? Minimum $30. And here is the report of all the withdrawals. For example, we have already made withdrawals. They arrive in our normal wallet, no problem. Look, $98, $136, $64 from this account. But let's also look at the bonuses we have already received. Do you remember the investments and the bonuses they gave us automatically? In other words, we earned them for the work that is being done. Well, here we can already see that they are paying us 1.15 for one and 2.3 for the other that started paying us today. Because we earned it yesterday, $500, that pays you 2.3. How much is that? Let's see. Let's look at the numbers. 2.3. Daily, more or less, it's going to give me, more or less. No, it's going to give me 2.3 for 30 days. It's going to give me $69. $69 divided by 250. Look, sorry, divided by 500, 13.8% monthly. Because the bonds that they pay you at 13.8% of what you earn. From the 250 and the 500. Okay. And here we can see the bonuses we receive as we refer practically. And we start getting paid the residuals. There are direct bonuses and others that are residuals. $3, $1, $5, $31, and so on. We keep generating every single blessed day because, as I mentioned, we already have leaders who are currently working and striving towards the goals until they reach the target. What is the goal? Look, I'm going to show you the goal so you can see. My personal goal is that I have to bring 18 people there because I can't do it alone. In other words, the system tells me, do you want to earn everything? Yes, I want to earn. Okay, you have to bring people to earn at least part of what you have earned. Look, it's about reaching level 30, okay? Level 30 gives me a bonus of $3 million. Do you know how much that bonus gives me monthly? $34,000. I'm telling you these figures because in the past I have already achieved them. And at this moment, it's going to happen, I'm going to do it, to say $34,000 monthly. With that, I support my entire community. My community grows, it's at ease, and I keep doing much more. Because failing. The problem is not winning. The problem is maintaining it. Now, it is more valuable and more powerful for a person to rise again from failure because the one who has always been there, well, they've always been there. They have it easy. But the person who has failed and rises again, well, they will rise and generate 100 times more. They will earn 10 times more. That's what's going to happen with us. You want to be part of that. And we have to bring people there. We have to make these people start to happen. We have to bring 4 people to level 26. That is 4 people who have a volume of 10 million. 4 people with 10 million at 5%, I don't know, like 50,000, like $500,000. I mean, it has to happen. 5 people who reach level 24, that is, who have a volume of 5 million, 5% is $250,000. That's it. We need to have 4 people at level 21, 2.5 million, 5%. What's half of that? $250,000, $125,000 to be earned. And we need to bring 5 people to 1.5 million, so that happens too. 1.5 million at 5% for all the work that will be done. Well, it has to be $75,000. We want people who earn that money. You could be one of them. I don't care if you don't have capital at this moment. I don't care. What matters to me most right now is if you believe that one can achieve it, because I do believe we can achieve it much more. And secondly, if you are willing to learn, first to unlearn, because there are many things that are currently holding you back. So we have to eliminate them, just like we eliminate them by emptying the glass and filling it with new information so that it starts to happen. For that, it's mandatory. You have to be with me in Antalya, Turkey. In Antalya, Turkey is the official office of the company that will generate belief in you. It will generate credibility. It will generate the desire that this is for you. And besides, you will train, you will connect with others, you will learn so much more. You will make things happen in your life, but on a grand scale. I want them to happen big for you as they will for me. But I don't just want people no longer believe me because of my results. I have reached from starting with $250 on a borrowed credit card to having millions of dollars in my hands and generating that for many people. What I need is your testimony. That's why I love building network businesses. Look at this, and with this, I say goodbye. Look at this. We are about to experience David's balcony, a very enriching experience. As I told you, we have a technology that allows us to have it in all languages. 1 second, so we have it in Spanish. I think so. Of course they try. We are about to have a very, very enriching experience. And with the company of NV Global, you will have the comprehensive and extensive tools, resources, guidance, support, and assistance, and everything you need to start generating financial results and begin to grow in all areas of your life. But it is extremely important that you attend our training in May 2025. You must be here in Antalya, Turkey, experiencing a unique and enriching experience. Through these experiences, you will start to grow financially, creating a community that truly understands the vision of the owner and the leaders. There are 2 ways to achieve this. You can arrive with everything, absolutely everything paid for. With ticket paid, with hotel paid, with training paid. If you run the goal alongside us, but if not, you must also strive to be with us in this excellent training. Please do not miss the opportunity to grow financially and in terms of personal development. It's about connecting with the company's vision. What are you going to do to make things happen for your family? I want you to understand and attend this excellent training. Experience it alongside those leaders who are achieving their goals, who are realizing their dreams. Through this financial tool, if you understand everything surrounding it, if you understand what the vision truly is and where the company is headed, you will start to grow much more easily and simply so you can return to your country with all the information you need. A very special greeting, and I hope to see you at this training that will have everything you need to start pursuing those dreams you have been seeking for a long time. I am going to place 20 leaders in this training. The question is, are you going to be one of those people? Are you going to be that person who sets the pace for the rest of the people? That's what you have to do. Look, what I invite you to do is to review the information. Don't just skim through it. Review it in detail. We have worked very hard so that people can have all the information available. Here is the channel. Go to the main part, subscribe, please. And you go here and it says NV Global Spanish, or in English or in Russian or in German. And you will go there and you will see everything. Tutorials, events, presentations, the company. You will also see the testimonials we have, the results. In other words, you will see absolutely everything. Please don't miss the opportunity. I hope I have been as clear as possible. Ask the person who invited you how you can get more information, how to sign up, how to start, how to get your referral link. And we begin to bring this vision to many more people. This was Juan Jimenez speaking, Marketing Director for Latin America at NV Global. We are going to grow tremendously. Don't wait for the results to motivate you. Let your results be the ones that motivate others to make the decision. And of course, your results will be the consequence of having taken the first step, but having taken it with certainty. Not just participating, don't be like the chicken. In the dish, with this I conclude, in the dish of bacon and eggs. The hen barely got involved, but there was one who committed, and it was the pig, so that there would be some eggs and bacon on that table. Don't act like the chicken. Act like the pig, one fully committed, so that those results are yours. The ones that inspire more people. Special greetings. Thank you very much, and have an excellent day, excellent night, excellent afternoon. Be well. See you soon. See you. Bye.